All right, swing trading or scalping. What's the difference and which one should you do? All right, listen. A swing trade is normally when a position is open for over a day into weeks or months, or it could just be a few days. A scalp, normally a position is not open for more than a day. So, let me show you guys when you should swing trade, what you should swing trade, when you should scalp, and why you should scalp. Okay, so for swing trading, I recommend swing trading stock options and cryptocurrency and forex. The reason why I recommend the swing trade forex, stock options, and cryptocurrency is because of there's no margin limits. Now, you do get great benefits when you do swing trade stuff like stock options, and we'll go ahead and I'll break it down one by one. So something first like stock options, for example. Now, if you guys were to go ahead and swing trade stock options, the beauty of stock options is you can turn nothing into something. So for example, if you guys bought this $65 contract, or yeah, $65 contract down here, and then price were to go ahead and reach, say, let's say you bought down here, right, and you swing traded it all the way to the 78 strike price, right? You just bought these contracts for pretty much nothing. But on options, since you're more rewarded for being right, it makes more sense to swing trade options over the course of a few days. Why? Because that's just how the contracts pop. So if a contract that could be a few cents can turn into a few dollars, then it does make sense to swing trade options because you're more rewarded based off of your accuracy. So swing trading options is definitely viable. I recommend swing trading options over scalping them. Especially since there's things like theta. I would stay away from 0DT every day and stuff like that. I would rather just play futures, just because it just gives you guys a lot more protection within your capital. Certain times on SPX and stuff like that, even if you are right and price is going in your favor, theta is just going to reverse you, and you guys are going to end up just losing money for no reason, even though you are right and price is going in your direction. So I recommend to swing trade options over scalping them. Futures. Futures, once again, this is where you guys should be scalping. Now, one thing I like to go ahead and do, I just dropped the swing trade guide on how to go ahead and draw the all higher time frame levels. So I'll just draw it out for you guys real quick. I'll go ahead and I like to start off on my monthly time frame here. As you guys can see, NQ's at all-time highs. So I'll pull out another chart here. Let me go ahead and go to my basic list here. And I'll go ahead and I'll pull up the YM, for example. All right, so boom. I'll go ahead and I'll start off on the monthly. Let's go ahead and draw a zone at the very top of the all-time high structures. From there, I go on the daily, look at the most recent swing point low, go and copy paste that, and boom. So now I do have my most recent structure within the last 3 months here, 6 months actually. This zone goes all the way back from December. So once again, guys, I only play higher time frame levels. So yeah. So for my scalpers out there, even if you guys do scalp, you guys want to make sure you understand the higher time frame structure, because then from there it's a lot easier to go ahead and scale down to the smaller time frames and start drawing lines in between the actual structure here. So as you guys can see here, we'll be like, okay, we'll look for some tiny wick points here. So as you guys can see, I see a line right here on the chart here. So this is going to let me know that, okay, I see a price stopping point here. So we can go ahead and we'll be able to scalp after we've gone ahead and identified the actual range. So from there, it's a lot easier to scale down to like the smaller time frames, and you guys can go ahead and farm the ranges in between the higher time frame ranges. So you'd be able to go ahead and catch yourself maybe like a quick supply and demand setup, maybe like right here on the 5 minute. And this would be valid. Why? Because it's just you guys actually know the trend in the range. So you'd be able to go ahead and play what you guys predict, and then go ahead and continue to farm it off of that. So it just makes it extremely easy for you guys. So once again, I recommend scalping futures. Another reason why I recommend scalping futures over swing trading futures is because of the margin requirements. A lot of people do know that the margin requirements on futures can be quite hefty, and a lot of people don't understand them. I do have a how to trade futures guide on my channel, so you guys can definitely go check that out too. But you need to understand one thing about futures. So futures market closes at 4:59 p.m. for about an hour up until 6 p.m. and then it reopens. Now, in order for you to have your contract open and in order for it to be viable, you guys will have to have the full margin requirement available. Now, you guys can have it lessened by going to the micros version, and you guys can look at whatever broker you're on. Just look up the margins list, and you're going to see a day margin, and you're going to see a full margin. The full margin is the amount of money required in order to have one contract open overnight. So I believe the full margin for MYM, if I'm not mistaken, is around $900 to $1,000. So in order for you guys to have a contract open overnight per one micro contract, it would cost you $1,000. So that is how you guys would have to swing trade futures. In order to swing trade futures, it's a lot more lengthy and requires a lot more money. So that is why people do scalp futures and end up just taking the prop firm route, or once again, just scalping on your own live account. So scalping futures is definitely highly recommended, especially since on futures you get so much leverage within your contract. You know, you can make an unbelievable amount of money on futures so fast, once again, just because of how the leverage works. But that also does give you room to lose tons of money fast. So make sure you guys are watching my guides, paying for my courses, getting me for mentorship and stuff like that, so I can give you guys the correct stop loss amounts and show you how to protect your capital and not just absolutely torch your account. So yeah, so for futures, I highly recommend scalping it over swing trading futures, just because of the leverage you get for futures. It just makes it a lot more viable for scalping, and you guys can also do things like this on TradingView and whatever broker you're on. Compared to options, you can actually, and it's a lot more cleaner on this. On options, you can set it on the price chart, but on futures, you can actually set your exact stop loss and exact take profits, and you guys can actually calculate your math. So for instance, if you want to play with a 60-tick stop loss permanently, you can, and you know how much you're going to lose every single time. So it definitely is a lot more effective to scalp futures, because you can get that exact price point, and you can scalp pretty much exactly how you want. You're a lot more flexible on here. So let's talk about crypto. So for crypto, guys, I highly recommend swing trading crypto. The reason why I would recommend swing trading crypto is because on crypto, you're more rewarded for actually like the longer that you do hold your trades. And there's actually no parameters. The only parameters on crypto is that determines is like amount of crypto that you have. Otherwise, you can sell whenever you want, you could trim whenever you want, and you're not contract locked. There's no expiration, and there's no margin requirements and stuff like that, etc. Unless you are playing futures. But if you guys are just trading crypto normally, whether decentralized, trading meme coins, Bitcoin, whatever. So yeah, you can hold crypto as long as you want, and that's really like the beautiful thing about it. So you definitely want to be making sure that you're swing trading crypto. It's a lot more effective than scalping crypto, due to the fact that there's also sometimes fees in crypto too, compared to like options and futures and stuff like that. So yeah, swing trading crypto is definitely going to give you guys one of the greatest experiences for sure. You guys can also just go ahead and draw your higher time frame zones out like that. From there, you guys should be able to go ahead and use Fibonacci retracement and play out your zones like this. And you guys can go ahead and scalp and catch yourself some nice supply and demand plays throughout the course of the structure, just like this. Makes it extremely, extremely easy, guys, and it's just, honestly, it's amazing. I love crypto. You guys want to be making sure you're swing trading crypto once again, because there's tons of, think about the amount of Bitcoin millionaires, Ethereum millionaires, etc. From people holding just for many years ago, who just had a very small amount. So yeah, definitely in crypto, guys, you want to be making sure that you're holding. Don't miss out, guys. You don't want to be missing out on crypto. You want to be swing trading crypto. Don't be foolish and scalp crypto. Some much better things to scalp. Once again, there's like futures, NQ, stuff like that. You guys can also trade some SPX if you want to. If you are a good trader and you have some great entries and you know how to get around the theta chunking your profit off and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely just makes it a lot easier. It's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, man. That's really the situations you guys should be swing trading, and the situations you guys should be scalping. There's not really the best time for everything on both, but ideally you want to be swing trading stock options because you're rewarded based off of it, crypto because you're rewarded based off of it, and forex because there's the margin requirements are not as deep and intuitive, and it's a lot easier. You can pretty much just have like a contract running for like a long time. I'm pretty sure some people in forex who've had some great entries back in the day probably still have some contracts going on right now. So, and on futures, I definitely recommend scalping on futures. Why? Because it's just so heavily leveraged. It's regulated. It's fast. Especially the NQ NASDAQ 100. Recommend scalping that for sure. That's the difference. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Get with me for mentorship. Link in the description below. Join my Discord for signals. And make sure you guys, I'm going to start dropping tons of courses and ebooks for you guys. I'm giving a 1-day free trial in my StackMODE trading Discord for my exclusive signals. Here, I'm going to be giving entry and exit alerts, levels, and trade breakdowns for futures, options, as well as crypto traders. You guys can also purchase lifetime access to the signals, where you guys can pay once and have access to the signals forever. Here, you guys will also find a link for my one-on-one mentorship sign up, and let's discuss how to get the best entries, and let's chat about strategy, risk management, psychology, and figure out what's holding you back. I want to help you guys get profitable, and payments will be flexible. I'm working with all budgets for my mentorship. If you guys want to help get profitable, make sure you guys join my Discord, and inshallah, let's make some money on.